In the Ming-dynasty, under Emperor Wanli, there was a scholar whose name filled the land. The court summoned him to the capital. He stayed behind closed doors. He wrote, read, and drank tea before a small window. People said of him, "The busy steal what the world calls leisure." While everyone rushed, he settled in stillness. That way of living went into a book. The title is Whispers Through a Small Window. Good evening. This is Bedside Book Voice. Tonight we read Whispers Through a Small Window. If you're already lying down, good. Dim the lamp a little more. Set the phone farther away. Pull the blanket up. This book isn't like The Art of War, teaching you to deploy troops. It isn't like Gaguzzi, teaching you to read the seams in a heart. It feels more like a small window. Outside may roar. Inside, leave a little clarity, a little leisure, a few words meant only for you. The title sounds secluded. Often, reading it, you feel the must on your shoulder loosen a little. Let me say this plainly first. Tonight you don't need to memorize hundreds of maxims. You don't need to finish every page. Just follow my voice. Listen to a Ming recluse, how he kept stillness inside noise, how he chose retreat before rank, how he left himself a small study at night. When we're done, you'll carry away a few reminders. The kind that stay with you a long while. If you fall asleep halfway, that's fine. The small window won't close. I won't scold you either. Many people have only seen the line "shut the door and you have deep mountains." They don't know the whole book holds hundreds of equally short, equally bedside lines. This journey is about half an hour. You lie still. Leave understanding to me. Leave sleep to the bed. That opening question stays buried for now. Why a small window? The window is so small. How does a person live inside it? We'll get there slowly. Whispers Through a Small Window was compiled in the Ming. The author is generally taken to be Chen Jiru. In the official histories you find a sketch. He came from Huating. He was learned in many arts. Poetry, calligraphy, and painting all came easily. While still young, his name shook the south. The court wanted him to serve. He refused again and again. He called himself an idle cloud and wild crane. Before his own small window he wrote what he saw and felt, line by line. The book is thin. Unlike Mencius with long dialogues. Unlike Zhuangzi with its world of fables. This is page after page of quiet talk. Like notes taken at night about yourself. Yet it grows stiller the more you read. Turn one page and it feels like pushing a window open. Finish once and you feel a room inside that belongs only to you. The title comes from an ordinary scene. Small window, quiet notes. Small means not filling every inch. Window means air can pass. Quiet means a little light left in the shade. Chen Jiru used it as a title not to teach you to hide in a cave. He taught you this. If the heart keeps one small window, the world's noise can't stuff you so full. Late Ming society was loud. The book's tone is often light. That lightness is the first taste of Whispers Through a Small Window. The second is what you notice as you read on. It's not talking about success. It's talking about settling the body. Only when the body settles can the heart sleep. The lines are mostly short essays in quiet prose. Some speak of reading. Some of friendship. Some of mountains and water. Some of stealing leisure inside a busy age. You needn't sort which line belongs to which chapter tonight. Just feel this. Chinese talk about how to live with yourself has long run along a line like this. No slogans. Only short sentences. You meet them by day and remember them at night. Short sentences have this gift. You may forget the whole passage and still keep half a line. Half a line is sometimes enough to carry you through a night when you want stillness. Your first feeling reading whispers through a small window is often quiet shade. It doesn't preach earth-shaking doctrine. It speaks of coming home late from overtime, scrolling until your eyes ache, pushing against the world until your chest feels tight, and how to leave yourself a seam. Quiet shade isn't gloom. It's the lamp in the dark that refuses to go out. Listen closer and you'll find it doesn't teach you to flee the human world. It teaches you this. You may enter the world. You may also step back. Enter needn't go all the way in. Retreat needn't go all the way to wilderness. Retreat to the window. That's enough. The whole book splits into sections. Later readers arranged them for convenience. Some editions differ a little in count. Meaning stays close. Tonight we'll string together the most pillow-friendly pieces, like drinking tea by the window. When you open the original later, every page won't feel like cold pride. It'll feel like someone in the shade gently pushing a window open for you. One push. No rush to stand up. Only a reminder. Rest now. The first core idea is the small window and quiet retreat. Chen Jiru says body at ease without chasing the world's performance, spring ages first on the page. Body at ease doesn't mean the body never moves. It means not running with the world's show. Spring aging doesn't mean fear of age. It means keeping the heart spring first in paper and books. The window here isn't only wood. It's also the space inside where you think, I don't have to perform. If all day you perform for others, at night it's hard to feel you're still here. The small window is hard to guard. Guard it long enough and you remember a kind of stillness. Not needing applause. Not needing comparison. Still feeling alive. Some here retreat and think you must hide in mountains. It's closer to leaving one corner that belongs only to you. Leave the corner first in daily life. When wind and rain blow above, the heart won't fill in one gulp. Tonight recall the most swollen thing from today and ask, was I swollen by the matter, or by someone else's gaze? Pull the gaze back and the window was easier to sit in. The matter may still be there. The fire inside will drop a notch first. Drop a notch and you're one notch closer to sleep. The second idea is telling busy from true leisure. One very famous line says, the busy steal what the world calls leisure. The seemingly idle are sometimes busiest inside. The busy often steal no true idle. The idle sometimes carry busier hearts than anyone. Chen Jiru isn't looking down on busy people. He separates two things. Hands may be busy. The heart needn't follow. If the heart follows the busy, lying in bed feels like standing in a meeting room. That standing is what drains you most before sleep. If you lie thinking about tomorrow's work for an hour, that hour enlarges the busy. Whispers through a small window teaches you to see the busy without hanging your whole self on it. You may not have late Ming rank tonight. You have another kind of busy. Messages. Meetings. Comparison. Anxiety. All of that is the world. You needn't play lofty and say you don't care. You may admit first, I care. Then practice this. Care, but don't run with it. Running is what steals sleep most before bed. Whispers through a small window teaches you this. You may work by day. At night, gather the busy in a little, like closing the window to one seam. In the seam there is wind, stillness, and sleep. The third idea is shut door, deep mountains. It says, shut the door and you have deep mountains. Read in anywhere becomes pure ground. The door here isn't only wood. It's also the switch inside where you think, I can pause answering for now. If all day you fear missing something, night turns messy. Mess is what sleep fears most. Words by the small window often ask you to pull your gaze back. Did I leave a little time today that belonged only to me? You needn't write a self-review tonight. Just ask softly. Did I forget to push that window open inside the busy? Push isn't escaping reality. It's like opening a window so wind can enter a little. When wind enters, sleep enters more easily. Enter doesn't mean ignoring tomorrow. It means leaving a self for tomorrow that isn't hollow. Tomorrow's work can wait for tomorrow. Tonight, let the heart return to the window first. The fourth idea is dense flowers and willows. It says, where flowers and willows grow thick, only opening a path shows skill. When wind runs wild and rain falls hard, only standing steady shows roots. Flowers thick, willows thick, you must part them to show you truly have a way. Wind wild, rain urgent, you must still stand to show you have footing. Chen Jiru feared people chasing only what looks sharp while forgetting what stands inside. If you cleared a hurdle today and the heart runs hot, words spill easily. Too many words treat the dense place as your whole world. Before sleep, cool the heat a little. Close the window until you hear only rain. Rain remains. It needn't blind you. Opening a path isn't teaching smooth evasion. It teaches you this. Affairs may grow dense. The heart must keep a seam. With a seam, one matter can't stuff you whole. Wild wind and urgent rain in your own life may mean a project failed, someone at home is ill, love turned rough. If you stand steady one night and look again tomorrow, that's not cowardice. That's footing. Footing is one of the things sleep most needs you to guard. The fifth idea is true wealth. It says, true wealth is 100 volumes shelved and 1 cup of plain tea. True wealth isn't how high the tower rises. It's books present, tea present, heart present. Books here aren't only thread-bound classics. They're anything that keeps a little light in the heart. If money and fame dulled you by day, read 2 pages or listen one stretch before sleep. Like adding a little light inside the window. Chen Jiru collected books, wrote, and kept friends. He didn't love display. Display is for others. Plain tea is for yourself. Drink isn't having no aim. It's not handing your whole self to the outside scale. Use the scale by day if you must. At night, set the scale down. Setting down isn't surrender. It's knowing you're already heavy enough. You needn't add a trial against yourself. Trial is what steals sleep most. The sixth idea is the book beside the pillow. It says, where is an idle friend to keep me company? Only the book beside the pillow, sharing dusk with me. Idle friends are hard to find. Books stay near. Books don't mind if you're slow. They don't mind if you feel dull. They don't drag you to noise when you want quiet. If tonight you feel no one understands, stay with a book a while first. Stay needn't mean reading much. 2 pages, 1 stretch of listening also counts as company. Books in whispers through a small window lean toward companionship, not use alone. If something stirred the heart by day, you needn't replay at night how you should have answered. Remember first. Not every page must be finished today. Let what should stay near stay near. Let what should stay far stay far. That's also self-cultivation. Self-cultivation also feeds sleep. The seventh idea is joy in writing and wine. Chen Jiru loved talk of literature and also of wine. He said writing is landscape on the desk. Landscape is writing on the earth. Writing is mountains in the heart. Mountains are writing in the eye. You needn't write a poem tonight. Know only this. Joy needn't depend on noise. When noise scatters, writing and wine remain. The heart empties less easily. Emptiness is the color sleep fears most. Wine in whispers through a small window isn't asking you to get drunk. It asks you to know the human world may hold a little lightness. Lightness isn't irresponsibility. It's leaving one sip for yourself after duty. You worked hard today. That sip may be warm water, a quiet stretch of listening, one page. With one sip present, you can still meet the night. The eighth idea is friendship. It says, friendship among gentlemen should be like plain tea. Plain isn't cold. Plain is lasting. With friends you needn't seek thunder every time. Seek someone you can speak truth to and also sit quietly with. Truth spoken is like having room to sit by the window. Sit without daily contact, yet know that in chaos someone would hear 2 lines from you. Friends in whispers through a small window lean toward truth, not profit alone. If someone tired you by day, you needn't replay at night whether you're too picky. Remember first. Not everyone must sit inside your window. Let what should stay near stay near. Let what should stay far stay far. That's also settling the body. Settling the body also feeds sleep. The 9th idea is body at ease without chasing the world's performance. That's one of the brightest lines in the book. The world's performance means showing off, following trends, fear of falling behind. Body at ease doesn't mean lying still without moving. It means the heart doesn't run with the world's show. Run long enough and you forget what you wanted in the first place. Tonight think. Was there a moment today when you were performing, not living? Performing happens by day. At night you may gather it in. Gathering isn't fake. It's leaving a little truth for yourself. Truth needn't shout. A quiet line like I am tired today sometimes settles the heart better than one more proof. The 10th idea is spring aging on the page. Spring ages first on the page. That doesn't mean spring lives only on paper. It means keeping the heart green first in books and words. If you always wait for a better day, you miss the night you're in. The night you're in may be this hour before sleep. Night has its own beauty. Lamp low. Sounds soft. Heart can drop back into the body. Spring needn't wait for spring outside. Spring can live first on the page, first beside the pillow, first in the seconds before your eyes close. The 11th idea is landscape and writing. Chen Jiru said again, writing is landscape on the desk. Landscape is writing on the earth. That sounds like elegant taste. For today it means this. If the heart holds no inner scene, busy days leave the night dry. Scene needn't mean famous mountains. One good page, one small painting, one tree outside the window can serve as landscape. If you save landscape only for vacation, ordinary days shrink to tasks. Tasks squeeze you until bedtime still spins. Whispers through a small window wants to leave one scene on the desk so the heart still has ground to stand on. The 12th idea is knowing others and knowing yourself. One thread in the book says, when you watch people, don't listen only to how loud they speak. Watch whether alone they still resemble themselves. Know others after you know yourself. If you're tangled inside, people will tangle you. If someone's words pulled you all day, ask at night. Did I trust them or not trust myself? Trust yourself isn't stubbornness. It's leaving a little judgment for yourself. With judgment present, sleep is less easily overturned by one sentence. Overturn is one of the most tiring things before bed. The 13th idea is able to speak and careful to speak. Chen Jiru had wide circles, yet he often warned too many words miss the mark. Too much intent is less than stillness. Able to speak is skill. Careful to speak guards the heart. If you quarrel by day, night loves to continue the unsaid lines for 10 episodes in the head. Continuing steals sleep most. Whispers through a small window isn't telling you to stay silent. It tells you some words can wait until the window brightens. The heart loosens a notch first. Loosen a notch and you're one notch closer to sleep. About Chen Jiru himself, records give a little more than for Wang Yongbin, yet far less than Zhang Wufan's letters piled high. The outline is this. A Huating man of letters, skilled in poetry, calligraphy, and painting. The court called again and again. He declined again and again. Legend says many visitors came below his small window. He never treated noise as life itself. Whether he wrote every line alone, scholars still debate. Some think later hands added lines. Tonight we're not detectives. We read the taste in the words of someone who saw noise and chose stillness. Stillness isn't weightless. It's not pressing every ounce onto your own sleep. What was the late Ming? Outside, goods, fame, talented men racing. Ordinary people were like someone watching the street from a window, eyes dazzled, heart asking how to rest. Chen Jiru wasn't Zhang Jujing turning clouds in court. He wasn't Su Wei wild and broken. He was closer to a wise retreater. He saw clearly and chose not to hand his whole self to the examination list. He wrote into short lines for later readers to find at night alone. That form suits bedside book voice naturally. You needn't swallow the book in one breath. You need only pause on one page, like pausing before a small window. Some ask, if Chen Jiru was famous everywhere, why not take office? History won't give us a therapy session. We can only guess from the words. He saw noise and knew its price. Price isn't only time. Price is heart. Once the heart is sold whole to the yamen, the small window becomes decoration. A decorative window can't breathe. Chen Jiru chose to let the window be real. Read there. Receive guests there. Also speak 2 honest lines to himself at night. Honest lines needn't shout. Sometimes they nourish a person more than rank. Whispers through a small window, roots of wisdom, and night talks by a winter fire are often read together. People call them 3 odd books on living in the world. Roots tastes of chewing plainness. Fireside feels like family talk by the stove. Whispers feels like study notes to yourself. You needn't rank them tonight. Know only this. Chinese talk about daily life has a whole family of bedtime little books. Whispers through a small window is the one most turned toward the self. Turn toward the self isn't selfish. It knows you gave the world much by day. At night you should leave a little for yourself. If you heard our episode on night talks by a winter fire, you may remember cold nights around the stove. Fireside teaches you to warm yourself among people near you. Whispers teaches you to settle with yourself in stillness. One turns toward others. One turns toward the self. 2 books, one like fire at night, one like a window at night. Fire can warm a person. A window can let air pass. Air passing isn't surrender. It's clocking out. Compared with roots of wisdom, the temper is close, yet whispers feels more shaded and quiet. Roots teaches you to chew plainness clean. Whispers teaches you to guard leisure inside plainness. If you heard roots of wisdom, you may remember unmoved by favor or disgrace. Tonight change the tea. Not how to stay plain. How to keep a little of your own delight inside plainness. 2 books, one like tea at night, one like a window at night. Tea may cool a little. The window should keep one seam. The seam isn't weakness. It knows what sleep most needs guarding is often your own. Some lines in the book fit night thinking especially well. For example, years are long by nature, yet the hurried shorten them. Time is long by nature. Busy people hurry it short themselves. If all day you swing between try once more and give up, ask at night. Am I living, or am I hurrying myself? Hurrying drains you most. Stop one night. Look again tomorrow. That's not laziness. That's the small window. Whispers often teaches you not to spend all your force in the wrong busy. Another line says, true wealth is 100 volumes shelved and 1 cup of plain tea. Read again and you hear this. Chen Jiru feared not poverty. He feared being rich outside and empty inside. Emptiness often comes from comparison and performance. Stop comparison and emptiness shrinks. Leave performance for tomorrow under the sun. Tonight let the heart return to the window first. Inside the window you need prove nothing. Another line says, where is an idle friend to keep me company? Only the book beside the pillow, sharing dusk with me. Read again and you hear this. Company in whispers isn't head count. It's heart quiet. Quiet enough to stay with a book a while, like sitting with an old friend without speaking, still at ease. Tonight think. Which book can you turn 2 pages without performing? That kind of tie is often plain, yet true. Another line says, friendship among gentlemen should be like plain tea. Tea tastes plain the first time. Drink more and sweetness returns. Ties work the same. What burns out in one blaze suits watching, not the pillow. What belongs beside the pillow should last. Lasting isn't binding together. It's knowing that in chaos you can still sit a while. Sit a while needn't solve every problem. Sometimes it only pulls the heart back from the cliff edge, back toward the window, inch by inch. Whispers through a small window also speaks of endure and retreat, but not as weakness. It says, when wind runs wild and rain falls hard, only standing steady shows roots. Stand means leaving space for yourself, not having no bottom line. If Chen Jiru only taught retreat, he wouldn't have written the sharp line about parting dense flowers and willows. Able to retreat and able to open a path is whole settling. If you were wrong today, you needn't explode in replay tonight. Stand steady one night. See tomorrow whether the matter deserves advance or retreat. One night stand sometimes protects you better than 10 sharp replies. It also speaks of refined and plain. Refined isn't pretending. It's knowing what deserves to stay. Plain isn't dirty. It's knowing the human world always has hearth smoke. Chen Jiru kept wide circles yet didn't love turning days into a stage. Stage enough by day. At night the window should keep oneself that doesn't perform. Not performing needn't shout. Quietly admitting today I was only this much sometimes sleeps better than one forced rally. We're about halfway through the program. In this breath between thoughts, one small favor. If tonight's voice has kept you company, tap like and subscribe. Leave a small window open for me in the night. You needn't sit up. One finger is enough. Good. We continue with the small window. In the second half I'll bring those words back down into daily life, back to the pillow, back to the second when you open your eyes tomorrow. Next I want to gather a few words for you so that after sleep you remember more than quiet shade alone, and know how to use it by day. Small window and retreat. Remember, outside may be loud, inside must keep a seam that belongs only to you. Busy and leisure. Remember, hands may be busy, the heart needn't follow. Shut door, deep mountains. Remember, when the door closes, books become pure ground. Dense flowers and willows, remember part the dense place, stand steady in wind and rain. True wealth, remember books present, tea present, heart present. Book beside the pillow, remember what keeps you company may be one book. Joy in writing and wine, remember joy needn't depend on noise. Friendship, remember plain tea ties seek lasting, not one blaze. Body at ease, remember run less with the world's performance. Spring on the page, remember keep a little green first in words. Landscape and writing, remember leave one scene on the desk too. Know others and yourself, remember stand in yourself first, then watch others. Able and careful speech, remember at night stop continuing the unsaid drama from day. Whispers through a small window is often called a lofty book. Some find it too idle. Idle without duty is hiding. Whispers is retreat with duty. It teaches retreat, not escape. It teaches quiet shade, not coldness. It teaches settling the body, not posing. Read wrong and everything feels like nothing matters. Read right and you can be a little lighter with yourself. Lighter isn't giving up. It's no longer holding the harshest trial against yourself by night. Trial belongs to day. Sleep belongs to night. Don't let day's affairs borrow your mind to open a night shift. Placed in today's world, the book still touches work, home, and social life. At work, the busy steal what the world calls leisure. Don't make performance your heart's whole account. Praise may lift you. Don't hand your whole self to one nod. Blame may hurt. Don't enlarge one mistake at night into I am finished as a person. At home, the small window is air. Perform success less at the table. Leave a little ordinary silence. Silence often nourishes ties most. In social life, plain tea friendship. You needn't invite everyone into the window. Wrong guests make bedtime messier. Chen Jiru never used these modern words. Meaning stays close. Close because the swell, the hope, and the wish to stay with yourself a while in the heart haven't changed much. If you worry Whispers is too much an old book, here's one use for a younger listener. Lost love, lost work, pushing hard against the world, you may read 2 lines first. Shut the door and you have deep mountains. That's not telling you to cheer up at once. It's telling you may think, but don't hang your whole future on this one tangle. Stillness inside the window can be small. Small is enough to carry one hard night. What young people sometimes need isn't more hype. It's one less inner trial before sleep. Leave the trial for tomorrow under the sun. Another use is for those who always feel not fast enough. Whispers says, the busy steal what the world calls leisure. That's not racing others toward slowness. It's asking yourself, did I leave 10 minutes today that proved nothing? 10 minutes present counts as winning. Winning isn't crushing someone else. It's not opening a second court against yourself before sleep. Court enough by day. Night court steals sleep most. Another use is for those who fear missing out. You fear missing messages, chances, other people's views. Whispers says, shut the door and you have deep mountains. Deep mountains don't mean forever closed. They mean the door may close a while. Close a while and the sky won't fall. The heart returns a little. Return a little and you can hear whether you're truly tired. Tired is the body speaking. Hearing it is closer to settling than hard bracing. Compared with the great learning speaks of self-cultivation. Whispers speaks of cultivation inside the window. Cultivation isn't turning yourself into a machine. It's leaving a scene where breath can pass. Compared with the Analects, Confucius speaks of action. Whispers speaks of pause. Action is day. Pause is night. Both can live together. You strive by day and seek quiet at night. That's not split personality. Split happens when day says everything and night replays every regret. Whispers wants to gather both sides a little. Whispers through a small window isn't long. Later editions and plain language versions are many. In the Ming, some placed it beside Roots of Wisdom on the desk and turned 2 pages before sleep. 2 pages needn't mean reading through. 1 line falling into the heart is enough. When it rises again by day, the book is keeping you company. Tonight we don't chase editions. We follow 1 line. A late Ming man of letters gathered window-side notes into short lines for later readers at the pillow. If you want the original, don't force page 1. Open anywhere. Read where you stop. Stopping is also reading. Bedside book voice was never a classroom. It's someone by the bed reading the book a little lighter for you. The world runs faster now. Short lines last longer. What one social post can't hold is often not truth but performance. What you can carry in half a line is often what the night truly needs. The book's temper can close in 1 line. Body at ease without chasing the world's performance, spring ages first on the page. You needn't already be idle to open the window. Open the window when idle can enter. Enter includes sleeping well, staying with yourself a while, forgiving yourself once. If tonight you feel you did poorly today, you needn't lie down with a trial. Whispers teaches tomorrow you may turn pages again, retreat half a step again, grow a little quieter. Quieter isn't less effort. It's less inner friction. Did Chen Jiru see later people hang his lines in tea rooms, studies, phone wallpapers? History won't record that. Yet when you hear small window and return to 1 book, 1 person, 1 age, that's already meaning in reading. Books aren't far. They pull the heart from day back toward night, inch by inch. Inch by inch is enough. Enough is one of the most important words before sleep. If you heard the Tao Te Ching, you may remember reach emptiness, guard stillness. Whispers teaches stillness needn't wait until nothing remains. You can guard it inside the window. If you heard Zhuangzi, you may remember sitting and forgetting. Whispers teaches forgetting needn't be mystical. Put the phone farther away and you've forgotten half already. Books echo one another. You needn't read only 1. 1 book tonight is enough to sleep. Many books on other days are enough to live. Legend says Chen Jiru in later years still wrote below the small window, received friends, tasted tea. Many carriages came to his gate. Inside he kept the window that belonged only to himself. The world saw leisure. He saw himself stealing true leisure inside a busy age. That leisure isn't laziness. It's knowing what to receive and what to release. Release is one of the most important lessons before sleep. Learn it right and you needn't carry a whole day's drumbeat into the quilt. In marriage, Whispers has 1 very plain line. Plain tea friendship lasts and doesn't weary. That's not teaching cold distance. It means 2 people needn't perform hard every time. Perform hard long enough and sleep suffers most. If you and your partner had friction tonight, you needn't replay until 3 in the morning. Remember first. Plain isn't loveless. Talk tomorrow, and that's also advance and retreat. Talk is allowed. Don't rehearse the same sentence 10 times under the quilt. With children, Whispers teaches slow. A child isn't your sequel or your arena. Slow the expectation a little and the child breathes easier. You breathe easier too. With elders, Whispers teaches respect. Respect isn't only goods. It's patience to hear old stories repeated. Old stories sometimes hide fear of being forgotten. Hear once. Correct details by day if you must. With yourself, one line may matter most. Shut the door and you have deep mountains. Deep mountains aren't escape. They mean you may pause answering for now. Not answering for now isn't irresponsibility. It's leaving one sip of sleep for duty later. If you're the kind who lies down while the mind still holds meetings, remember one more line. Where flowers and willows grow thick, only opening a path shows skill. Hold meetings by day. At night, if you still drill through dense flowers and willows, you treat the dense as the whole world. The whole world is too heavy. Heavy enough to press through the quilt. Before sleep, part 1 seam. The seam is the small window. Whispers also has the words world manners. It doesn't hide from them fully. It says, the busy steal what the world calls leisure. The seemingly idle are sometimes busiest inside. When world manners come, know they change. When they change, know they will come again. Know the cycle and you despair less easily and swell less easily before sleep. If tonight you feel proud, gather in half. If tonight you feel low, gather in half too. Half for sleep. Half for tomorrow. Tomorrow's heat can wait for tomorrow. Let tonight's heat settle a little first. Some readers love shut the door and you have deep mountains most. Some love the busy steal leisure most. Some love parting dense flowers and willows most. There's no standard answer. If one line here touched you softly, that's your windowside line. Don't grab too many. One line is enough to keep many nights. Keeping isn't reciting to show off. It's quietly saying it to yourself when things hurt. Say once and it feels like someone pushed a window open for you. That opening loop can close now. Why a small window? Because Chen Jiru believed you needn't fill the whole world. Keep one window in the heart and you can settle inside noise and settle with yourself at night. The window is small. Yet it breathes, holds books, and holds time with yourself. The whole book, in the end, teaches you to leave a seam in the heart again and again, until you can sleep. In the last episode, Night Talks by a Winter Fire said, when the heart warms, stillness can land. Whispers through a small window adds one line. When the heart grows still, sleep can land. Fireside teaches you to look at home. Whispers teaches you to look at yourself. Read together and one feels like nearness, one like solitude. Warm a little among people. Quiet a little alone. Days twist less. Twist is a common feeling before sleep. Stillness is the gift Whispers wants to give. The gift isn't costly. It's one swallowable night. If you want both, use Fireside's cold nights around the stove when you miss home at night. Use Whispers' shut door, deep mountains when you miss yourself at night. Not either or. Chinese classics were never only one book. Choose one line for the pillow and you're already reading right. Read right and the book isn't on the shelf alone. It lives in the seconds before your eyes close. Before good night, one small question. Among all tonight's lines, which do you most want beside the pillow? Shut door, deep mountains. The busy steal leisure. Part dense flowers and willows. No rush to answer now. After you wake, tell me in the comments. I read every one. If you like nights like this, subscribe to the channel and tap the little bell. On the next sleepless evening I can find you again. Next episode we read Plain Book. Whispers teaches you to settle with yourself in stillness. Plain Book teaches you to advance and retreat in affairs. One turns toward the self. One turns toward circumstance. Both suit the pillow. One more line from Whispers through a small window for tonight's ending. Years are long by nature, yet the hurried shorten them. Heaven and earth are wide by nature, yet the narrow make them small. Time is long by nature. Busy people hurry it short. Heaven and earth are wide by nature. Narrow hearts make them small. You needn't hurry tonight. You needn't narrow tonight. Gather the day in a little. Give the night to night. Night will gather replay for you, gather what you carried home swollen, gather words still unsaid. Let the lamp stay dim. Nothing needs fighting. Nothing needs showing off. Tomorrow you'll be a person again. Tonight be only the lightest part of being human. Someone lying down. If Chen Jiru could see you, he might say that's enough. Set today down. Leave tomorrow for tomorrow. Sleep. Good dreams for tonight. One last gathering. You don't need to become Chen Jiru. You don't need to become a late Ming recluse. You only need to become the self willing to grow a little quieter tonight. Quiet isn't slack. It's setting down the must on your shoulder for now. Must remains. Pick it up tomorrow. Tonight carry the quilt. The quilt isn't heavy. The heart often weighs more than the quilt. The whole book, in the end, teaches you to lighten the heart's weight again and again, until you can sleep. This is Bedside Book Voice. Good night, see you in the pages.